यथाग्नेर्धायिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्. My salutations to Sri Sarada Devi, who is the embodiment of all the wisdom and who is well established in Sri Ramakrishna, just like the fire and its burning power. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, today we are starting the new hymn, which is Prakrutim Paramam. In most of the centers of Ramakrishna Machan Mission or in the devotees' house, this hymn is sung regularly. In some centers they sing regularly, and in some centers they sing only on Tuesdays and Saturdays or Tuesdays and Fridays. This is one of the beautiful hymns written by or composed by Swami Abhedananda ji, who is one of the monastic disciple or apostle of Sri Ramakrishna. Just previous week, we finished Khandana Bhava Bandhana, which is the regular Aratrikam, or the song which we sing during Vesper service. We all know that. That was composed by Swami Vivekananda, the illustrious disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. There it was so universal in its nature. He never uttered, he never referred to name Sri Ramakrishna, his guru, but he described the universal qualities, the universal aspects, the universal nature of Sri Ramakrishna, in particular, are the universal nature or the aspect or the phases of the incarnation. When we study the Bhagavad Gita, the celestial song sung by Sri Krishna, in the 11th chapter, God himself explains and he shows his universal form to Arjuna, his fellow disciple, and to his friend. So these are the few places or evidences in which, with our limited intellect, we can try to comprehend or grasp or understand what is divine. What is the divine nature of any prophet or incarnation or the Supreme Spirit, that is God or Lord. Otherwise, it is very difficult for us, for a common person, to understand, to comprehend the divine or Supreme Lord. So through their own teachings, through their own life incidents, or through the teachings or the utterances of their illustrious disciples, or the signs or the knowers of the truth, based on which we can try to understand, comprehend the supreme truth. We try to understand the divine aspect or the universal nature of Sri Ramakrishna in particular, and the incarnation or the God through Khandana. Now, this is one of the wonderful hymns composed by Swami Abhedananda ji. Once a Rishi or the poet changes, his mood, his way of expression also changes. That is quite obvious and quite natural also. So here if you see, in this Prakrutim Paramam, most of the para or most of the lines, it is nothing but prayer. Prayer is what? O Universal Mother, my salutations to you. Please protect me. Please take care of me. Please guide me, or please fulfill my wishes. Please grant me peace, prosperity, spiritual upliftment. So these type of prayers to grant the wish, to grant the immortality, to grant the peace, to grant materialistic prosperity or spiritual prosperity, these type of ideas, the lines which denotes these type of ideas are more in this particular hymn. Apart from these things, even there are few lines which describes the universal nature of the mother or of the universal mother. The different aspects, different facets of the universal mother one can understand. Probably if you can understand the genesis or the background or the story behind this verse, it will be easy for us to understand and to appreciate and to probably to feel while singing this hymn. There is a Nilambar Mukherjee garden house next to Belur Math. We all know that Belur Math is the head monastery of the Ramakrishna Merchant Mission, which is situated in the West Bengal in India. This was started by Swami Vivekananda himself. So before the monastery started Belur Math, in Belur Math, just adjacent to it, there is a garden house which was named after Nilambar Mukherjee. There Swami Vivekananda and his brother disciples and his disciples, they all stayed there. And where he wrote Kandanavo Bandhana and also Om Rimnutam hymn and few other hymns by Swamiji himself. Apart from that, Holy Mother stayed in this house. She blessed that house by staying 6 months. So many householder disciples of Holy Mother and Sri Ramakrishna stayed, and the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, including Swamiji himself, have stayed there. Imagine the Universal Mother herself has stayed in 6 months there. It is nothing but Shakti Pit, we can say. It's just a small part of the Mother Sati has fallen in some place. That's why it became Shakti Pit. For an example, in Calcutta, we have got Kali Ghat. That is one of the Shakti Pit. Now here 6 months Mother stayed. Then you can imagine this Nilambar Mukherjee house, how it can be Shakti Pit. And also, Holy Mother, Sri Sarada Devi, she did a severe penance that is called Panchatapa. Pancha is 5, tapas is penance. 5 penances means sitting in the scorched sun from sunrise to sunset, keeping the in the 4 corners next to nearby us, 4 corners, lighting fires, in between sitting on the sand and meditating from sunrise to sunset. Imagine that is not Ireland sun, it is the India sun, where we have got scorching sun. And now summer is going on in India. Many people are complaining that, oh, we are being burned from the scorching sun. So in that scorching sun, from sunrise to sunset, one has to meditate, and also added to that are the 4 corners, nearby 4 corners, fire should be keep on burning, blazing fire should be there. So like that, Holy Mother did tapas, severe penance, that is called Panchatapa. And this Panchatapa was performed by Holy Mother in this building that is Nilambar Mukherjee Garden House. So that's basically a place of pilgrimage, we can say. There when Holy Mother, she was staying, Swami Abhedanandji, once he goes there and he says to Mother, we all know that Mother is very shyful in her nature. So Swami Abhedanandji went and he paid her respects to her. And he said, Mother, I have a request. Please accede my request. Holy Mother said, my dear son, fine, what is your request? He said, Mother, I have composed a song or a hymn I would like to sing in front of you. Holy Mother said, all right, without knowing it is on whom. Mother said, all right, at the beginning, Then whatever way she thought, why she thought, Holy Mother asked, that's fine, but the hymn or the song is on whom? Then Swami Abhedanji smilingly said, Mother, it is on you only. Holy Mother took just aback for a moment and said, it is on me? Oh, why did you write? Why did you compose on me? What was the necessity? Swami Abhedanji, what else he can tell? He kept quiet. Holy Mother said, all right, you sing. Then he started singing. Prakrutim Paramam, Abhayam Varadam, Nararupadharam, Janatapaharam. Beautiful way. When Ramakrishna Gata Prana, whose prana, whose source or whose life is established in Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, her body started becoming stiff. And she started becoming a serious bit. Her mind started soaring high. Then Tannama Shavana Priyam. She always gets rejoiced, she feels rejoiced in hearing the name Sri Ramakrishna. When that second part of that verse, when Holy Mother heard, tears started rolling down on Holy Mother. See, when Holy Mother was praised that you are the Supreme Mother, you are the Universal Mother, please bless me, please give your shelter. All these things, when Swami Abhedanji was praising her, she kept quiet. She was listening. But when he uttered Sri Ramakrishna's name, and where she is well established in Sri Ramakrishna, she feels so rejoiced when by hearing Ramakrishna's name. She started feeling, tears rolling down. Then Tadbhava Ranjita Karam Pranamami Mur. Who is feeling so rejoiced, who is feeling so happy in the form of Sri Ramakrishna, then our mind went into very high state level. Our mind went into very high level. Once Swami Abhedanji finished this hymn, slowly, when Holy Mother mind came down after some time, probably, she blessed Swami Abhedanji, saying that, let Mother Saraswati, the goddesses of learning, stay on your tongue. So he got the blessings from Mother Saraswati herself, from the Mother Sarada herself, saying that, let the Mother Saraswati, the goddesses of learning, wisdom of the goddesses of wisdom, may she stay on your tongue. See, just imagine. So this is not just any poem, or this is not just any hymn. This is the wonderful hymn certified by Holy Mother herself, who is the Universal Mother. And also she certified by blessing the poet, by blessing the composer, that let the Mother Sarada, the goddesses of learning, stay on your tongue. So when we know this, probably as a background, and when we start singing this song, then definitely our devotion will be increased. And who is this Swami Abhedananda? He is the monastic disciple, apostle of Sri Ramakrishna. And not only that, regarding him, Sri Ramakrishna himself has said that you were the greatest yogi. You were one of the greatest yogi in your previous life. Just little portion has been left out with respect to your sadhana. So now you will finish your sadhana, and this will be your last birth. So no more birth and death for you. No more the transmigration of cycle of, that is samsara, that is cycle of birth and death. So he was one of the greatest yogi, advanced yogi in his previous life. Just little portion of the sadhana, spiritual practice was left. So he has taken birth, he did it, and he finished his life. Such a great ascetic, such an advanced yogi, whose life is lost. Such a person has written, has composed a hymn on our Mother, Universal. She's our Mother. She is Shakti, she is Lakshmi, she is Kali, she is Saraswati, and all fine. But she is our Mother, Amar Ma. When we think that she's our mother, it brings so closeness. Even in Taittiriya Upanishad, that is called Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. Today we all got valedictory functions at the end of graduation or at the end of the schooling. We will have the final day and we'll have get together and teachers will give the message, takeover message. Okay, you do this, don't do this or whatever. So in the Gurukula system also, they had the valedictory function that is called Samavartana. So in that valedictory function, the Guru is giving the take-home message for the students. You do this, you don't do this, you practice this, you don't practice this or whatever. So while telling that, he explains that Matrudevo Bhava, the first God for you, the first manifestation of the God is mother. Then who is the second manifestation of the God? That is Father. Then who is the third manifestation of the God or whom you should worship as a God? Third person is Guru. The fourth is guest, whoever comes to your house. That is the reason in India, whoever goes uninvited even, generally in India, they are well fed. Why? Because whoever comes as a guest or whoever comes as an invitee or even uninvited person to the house, they think that they are a guest and they are the embodiment of the God himself, and that's why they take care. It is a wonderful culture. Now, such a mother, universal mother, our mother Sarada Devi, and that the Swami Abhedanji, who is the greatest ascetic, who is the knower of Brahman, who had received the divine grace of Sri Ramakrishna, as well as Holy Mother, he has composed this poem. So let us try to understand. Now the question may come, why should we understand? Okay, we have got some faith, we have got some belief, and we will try to sing this hymn. Why should we understand? Yo yachradda sa eva saha. As your faith, so your life. As your faith, Shraddha, so your quality of the life, quality of spiritual practices. So when you know the meaning of all this type of hymns, and if you know the backdrop, the background of the hymn and other things, when you start singing, then obviously, with consciously, your devotion will get encouraged. So your spiritual practices gets intensified. So instead of singing this song mechanically, it will be with full of consciousness, with full of mindfulness, with full of devotion. That's the reason we have to sing. Probably whoever have heard my lectures on Narada Bhakti Sutra or the fragment, probably 82nd or 83rd Sutra, there the Narada says, though Bhakti is one, it is manifested in 11 types. Ekada Bhakti, though Bhakti is one, but it is manifested in 11 types. The first type itself, he says that Guna Mahatma Bhakti. The devotion is manifested how? By singing the divine glories of the Lord, or by singing, by trying to understand and by encouraging, by experiencing and by singing the divine attributes, divine qualities of the Lord. Probably if you remember Kandana Bhavabandhana, Yoga Sahai. He is the person who helps spiritual speakers. Prema Pathar is the ocean of love. If you remember all these things regarding Kandana, when we were discussing Kandana Bhavabandhana Stotra, I had told, Jyotira Jyotihu, you are the light of lights. Then Niranjana, you are blemishless person. Like that, we had a wonderful divine qualities, attributes we try to understand. Now, when we try to sing Kandana Bhavabandhana, after knowing this, obviously our devotion will get increased. So that is why we have to understand this type of hymns. And when it comes to Swami Vivekananda, he makes a beautiful statement in one of his letters written to his brother disciple, Swami Shivananji. Whether you accept Sri Ramakrishna as God or not, as incarnation or not, I don't mind. I don't bother even. But if you don't accept Sri Sarada Devi as Holy Mother, as Universal Mother, then I will not accept it. In case of or with respect to Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, I am fanatic. If you don't accept, then I am angry or I get annoyed or whatever. And he says that the blessings of Holy Mother is much more greater than anyone else. You see the devotion of Swami Vivekananda towards Holy Mother. When he used to go to Holy Mother, his body used to shiver out of devotion. And he used to do Dirghadanda Pranam, full flat, complete, like just we sleep upside down. So like that, Sashtanga Pranam he used to do with the Holy Mother. He used to say, if we get the grace of Holy Mother, none can stop us, nothing can stop us, because that is the efficacy, that is the greatness of her grace. She is Universal Mother. Now, coming to the stotra or the verse, so giving this type a minimum introduction, let me get into the verse. Prakrutim Paramam Abhayam Varadam Nararupadharam Janatapaharam. So Swami Abhedanji wrote 6 hymns on Sri Ramakrishna and 2 hymns on Holy Mother. Only 2 hymns he has written. So this is one of the hymn. Now, the meaning goes like this. Prakrutim Paramam or Parama Prakruti or Paramam Prakrutim. The words can be interchanged. Prakruti is nature and Paramam is supreme. O Mother, you are of the supreme nature. What does it mean, supreme nature? I shall explain. You are the nature of supreme nature. You are of supreme nature. You are of supreme Prakriti. Abhaya. And you are the fearless one. By nature, you are the fearless one. And you are the granter of the fearless one. If I have got a fear, if I have to be fearless, by praying to you, I can become fearless by getting your grace. Then Varadam, you are the bestower of boons. Materialistic prosperity or spiritual advancement, spiritual progress or spiritual prosperity, or even the moksha or the mukti or liberation or nirvana, you are the bestower of it. You grant it. Nara Rupa Dharam. Nara Rupa Dharam. Dhara is you have taken. What she has taken? Nara Rupa. She has taken the form of human form. She has taken the form of human, or she has descended on this earth and she has taken the human form. Janatapa Haram. Jana Tapa Haram. Jana means people, you know. Tapa. Lot of distress, troubles, afflictions, difficulties. Haram, remover. O Mother, you are the remover of the difficulties of the people. You are the remover of the people's sorrow, troubles, afflictions. See, what a beautiful idea. Prakrutim Paramam Abhayam Varadam Nararupa Dharam Janatapaharam Sharanagata Sevaka Toshakarim. Toshakarim is a beautiful word. Toshakarim is what? The supreme contentment. I may have riches. I may have material prosperity. I may have power, position, name, fame, but I may not be content. But some people don't have all of this. He has got a very simple life. Just he has got a square meal, or even he is a lower middle class. Or just he has got 2 pairs of clothes and square meal, but he may be a contented person, whatever he has got. Tosha Karim is what? Contentment. And when we take shelter, Sharanagata Sevaka Tosha Karim, if we take shelter at your holy feet, what happens? We achieve, we get, we are blessed with the contentment. And that contentment is unlimited contentment. Now, a child asked for toy. So the parents gave a toy, purchased and gave a toy, and the child is happy. The child is contented for that given point of time. After half an hour, 1 hour, the child may ask for a chocolate. So similarly, it happens in our life also. Oh, if we finish our education well, we feel happy and contented. Yes, that is limited. Afterwards, we want a secure job. Then you got a job, you are happy and you are contented for some time. Then again, you have got problems with your job. You want secure job, or you want less work, or you want a change in manager, or you want a change in company. Okay, that is also done. Then again, some other problem comes. So whatever the things we are getting from the world and worldly accomplishments, most of the time, the peace and the happiness and the contentment are limited. But when we take shelter at the feet of the divine, when we take the shelter at the feet of the Lord, or at the feet of the Holy Mother, whatever the contentment we receive, or we get, or we achieve, it is supreme in nature. It is limitless. So that's what Tosha Karim is, the unlimited contentment we get. Pranamami Param Jananim Jagatam. Pranamami means this is the single person, singular, first person. I shall bow down to you. Why? Because Param Jananim. Everyone has got one biological mother, but you are the universal mother. You are the mother of the Paramam Jananim Jagata. You are the mother of the universe. You are the universal mother. That's why I bow down to you. Please take care of me. Please protect me. Please uplift me. Please bestow the fearlessness. Please bestow the, contentment. Please bestow the liberation and whatnot. Now you see, the moment when we understand the meaning, this particular first verse, and when you start singing, automatically the feelings become uplifted in our case, and it becomes so nice, and mind becomes calm, quiet, serene, concentrated, and it prepares our mind for meditation. It prepares our mind to get indrawn automatically. That is the reason we have to understand the meanings, and we have to correlate the meanings of the hymn with the life of the personalities, or the life of incarnations, or the prophets. Then we'll be able to enjoy it more. That is called Guna Dhyana, meditating on the divine attributes of the Lord, or the God and goddesses. Yeah. Now, Prakrutim Paramam. You are the supreme Prakruti. Whoever is listening to my Vedantic lectures, so probably by this time, like Tattva Bodha or Aproksha Anubhuti, by this time you will be familiar with the word called Prakruti. So this Prakruti has got different meanings, different shades of meanings. One, generally in day-to-day things, when we say the nature, oh, his nature is very good. His nature is very bad. His nature is restless. His nature is well composed. Oh, the dog's nature is barking. The pig's nature is eating. Or his nature is overeating. His nature is oversleeping or less sleeping. So this is called with the respect of Swabhava. So a person's nature, a person's traits or qualities or whatever. So in this form also, in this sense also, we use the word called Prakruti. But not in this sense, the Swami Abhedanji has used this word. Then Prakruti means what? It is the source of the creation. Now say for an example, there's a wonderful table, wooden table. So what is the source for that wooden table? The source for the wooden table is what? The wood. Who created it? Carpenter created it. So the source of this ice is what? Water. Because the condensed form of water or liquid is nothing but is what? Ice. So if you take the ice as a product, what is the source? The source is water. So similarly, if you take this universe, the world where we are living, the earth and the whole universe, so which includes solar system, constellations, and planets, our planet Earth, and whatever the things we are seeing, all the universe, if you take it as a product, from where it has come, then science says that from a Big Bang theory it gives, and there are so many other theories regarding the origin of the universe. Now the Sankhya says that the Sankhya philosophy, which is one of the ancient philosophy of the world and also India, it explains that the whole world has come from Prakruti. So here Paramam Prakrutim, so this Prakruti is what? From the Swami Abhedant is referring to that Prakruti. From that Prakruti, the whole world has been emerged. So it is the source of creation. It is the root cause of the entire universe. The whole universe and its products has been emerged from this called Prakruti. That is what Sankhya says. But it is inert in its nature. It is unintelligent or it is inert in nature. It is unconscious also, according to the Sankyans. This is what Sankyans explain. Now, when it comes to the source of the creation, the Vedanta tells that Brahman is the source of creation. How? He gives the example, beautiful. The Vedanta gives the beautiful example, spider and its web. Why? Because I'm taking this example, we have to be very careful. Now there is a carpenter and the wood. Carpenter is the person who prepared it, product called a wooden table. And what is the material, source material from which it is made up of? It is called wood. So now the material by which the product is made and the person who created it, there are two different things. The creator, carpenter, and the product, wood, the source product or the source material, which is wood, from which the wooden table has been made. Now Vedanta says that the Brahman is the material cause and efficient cause. The both material cause is wood and efficient cause is carpenter there. Here, if you take the world as the product, then what is the source? What is the source of the creation, if you ask? The Sankyans say that it is Prakruti. Prakruti is the material cause, efficient cause is the Purusha, the self or self. But whereas Vedanta says Brahman is the material cause and the efficient cause. How to understand? I will just give an example. Spider. Spider, beautifully, it creates its web. How it creates? It creates by its own saliva. Whatever the juice or the saliva which has comes from its mouth, it creates the web. If you take the web as the product, what is the material? The material is the saliva of the spider. It came from its own body. So similarly, this Prakruti, whatever you say, which is called Maya or Avidya or whatever in the Vedantic technical term, that is what the power of the Brahman by which the Brahman creates this world or projects the world. So basically, it is the source of creation. It is the source of entire universe or the entire creation, basically. So that is called Prakruti, Parama Prakruti, because it is the supreme creation, or it is the supreme nature, it is the supreme Prakruti. Why? Because we have got so many other things. Like for an example, hydrogen and oxygen gets merged, then water has been formed. So like that, there are so many small creation, source of creations. Now, for an example, leafy river has got source. In particular place, from there, the leafy river starts. So the leafy river has got particular source. So like that, we have got for every object, there is a particular source. That's why that is called, it can be considered as a Prakruti. But here by using the one word adjective, Parama, the supreme, that means it is the source of all entire creation. It is the source of entire universe. That is the beauty of Sanskrit. So Holy Mother is nothing but that Prakruti by which the whole world has been created. So this idea has been very beautifully given in Devi Mahatma Markandeya Purana, which is the Chandi. She is the creator of this universe. She is the sustainer of this universe. And she is the dissolver of the universe. From her, the whole creation came out. On her, the whole creation is getting sustained. It is staying, it is existing, and it goes back to its own creation, to inner only. So Sushti, creation, Sthiti, maintenance, and Pralaya, getting dissolved. It also, all the three things, it happens in her only. That's why we say, Sushti Sthiti Vinashanam Shakti Bhute Sanatani. So she is the base from which the creation happens or emerged, and the sustenance happens and dissolve, goes back to its source, goes back to its roots, also happens in her only. That is what we mean by primordial Prakriti, primordial nature, that is what supreme Prakriti or supreme nature. And she is the Holy Mother. This is one of the greatest, very sublime idea. Sorry if I'm troubling you, or if it becoming too much heavy for you. We thought you will explain Holy Mother, such a mother, our mother, you said, and you started explaining all this intricate philosophy. Yeah, it looks like it is intricate philosophy, but if you can understand, then you'll be able to understand and appreciate the mother in a better form. Holy Mother is our mother, no doubt. Just if you address her as, you pray her as my mother, and whatever language you know, in whatever way you pray, if you pray, definitely she will listen to us, she will fulfill our wishes and prayers. But if we know this, then probably our understanding gets better, it gets deepened, then our love, affection, devotion towards Holy Mother gets increased. That's why we have to know. Then, Prakrutim Paramam, Abhayam, she is the fearless ones. What is the greatest fear in this earth? The greatest fear in the earth is fear of death, which is called Abhinivesha in Sanskrit. Every one of us, every being, every conscious being, or the thing which has got a life in the whole earth, every being and every even animal or bird or beast or organism, they have got fear of death, because it gets halt, it gets extinguished. So this is the fear of death. Even I have got millions of euros, but still I have got a fear of death. So how it can be overcome, how it can be controlled, or how it can be win over, cross over. One is by knowing oneself, that is who am I, or by getting the divine grace. So you're Abhayam. Oh Mother, you are the fearless one. It is her nature, because she is free from birth and death. She doesn't have ignorance. She doesn't have any limitedness. She doesn't have any problems. She doesn't have any weakness like us. So why she has to fear? And she's free from all type of desires, and she has nothing to achieve. She has nothing to lose, and she's unlimited. She doesn't feel that she's limited. Then if so, then where is the question of fear for her? So she is a fearless one. Imagine Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, she herself alone, after the demise of Sri Ramakrishna, she lived in Kamarpukur without anyone's help. She used to, take care of the household works. She used to husk the paddy, boil it, and not much money. And she used to till the ground, and she used to grow the vegetables or the greens, and she used to eat with the square meal. And when devotees come, she used to take care. She never feared. And she used to meet all big people. Swami Vivekananda monk, he was a graduate, he returned from West, he met all these people, fine. She's a poor lady. From poor background she comes. She came from rural background, uneducated lady. But even the officers, if they come, foreigners, if they came, she never felt annoyed. She never felt feared. Rather, with full of love and with full of confidence, with full of blessedness, she spoke. We can see in the case of Nivedita, Sarah Vallabhul, or Josephine McLeod, all these Westerns, when they came, she was not hesitant. She was not with anxiety. Rather, with full of love and concern, she spoke in her natural way. All of them experienced the greatest bliss, and they thanked her and they left. Generally, when we go to foreign lands, when we meet foreign people, we get generally fear. We get anxiety, we got apprehension. But in her case, nothing was. Why? She's a fearless lady. She never had a fear of death. She never had a fear of poverty. She never had a fear of people. Nothing in generally. She's a fearless one. And if we worship her, if we pray to her, if we follow her teachings, we can also win over the fear. Maybe fear of death, fear of stress, fear of anxiety, fear of apprehension, fear of losing, fear of whatnot. Everything can be conquered. Everything, all types of fear can be removed, can be destroyed by taking shelter at the feet of Holy Mother, Sri Sarada Devi. Why? She is the source of creation. The whole creation has been emerged from her. If you take shelter at her, then what else? Say, for an example, a president of a country is a friend of you. Who can trouble you? You are well protected, isn't it? So if you can take shelter at this universal mother, our mother, then you can be a fearless one. So like that, there are ample stories, ample examples in the life of mother, in the life of saints, in the life of Ramakrishna and whatnot. Then Varadam, bestower of boons. She's the bestower of boons. You want materialistic prosperity? Yes, that is also given. Or if you want spiritual illumination, yes, that is also given. There's a beautiful example, which I think in 15, 20 days before, when I took a class, when I gave a lecture on our Holy Mother, I was explaining that. A lady, she had a problem with regarding the tenant. She was living in the rented house. The house owner was creating a lot of trouble, time and again. Then she came and expressed her problem. Then Holy Mother gave some financial help, and she also asked Swami Shantivratananda whether he can do some financial help. And I think probably they borrowed some money, and they were able to build the house. See, even Holy Mother took care of this lady by helping financially and by giving the self-confidence, boosting the confidence, so that they were able to build the house and they were able to overcome the problem of the owner. Fine. One day, the same lady in her own house, she was cooking. While she was cooking, because of some accident, the boiling oil fell on her body, on her hand or on her body. So, I mean, the whole body was burnt, or the hand was burnt, and blisters, big blisters have come. And she was crying. She was crying, bitterly crying because of pain. Imagine, we can imagine very well. Then husband, whatever the treatment was done, but it was of no avail. He felt very bad. The husband ran to Holy Mother. Mother, my wife had an accident today, and in the kitchen, the boiling oil has been fallen on her body. A lot of blisters has formed, and whatever the doctors has prescribed, we have given medicines, but still she's suffering a lot, and she's crying bitterly, profusely because of the pain where she's unable to bear. Then immediately, Holy Mother took some oil, mustard oil. She made some japam, and she blessed, saying that, okay, you take this oil and apply in her body, the rest will be taken care. So the husband, the gentleman, brought the oil. He applied the oil gently on the wife's body as a miracle. Of course, it is not a miracle. It is a miracle, yes, and there is no astonishment when Holy Mother herself, Universal Mother, is giving. What else we can expect? In a fraction of a second, the burning power, whatever that lady she was feeling, everything got disappeared and she became normal. So this is what I mean, Varada. And someone wanted moksha or mukti, liberation. She said, is it that's all? Okay, fine, granted. Because she herself is Universal Mother. Giving moksha or mukti is not a big thing for her. So when someone asked for moksha or mukti, she said, okay, fine. I will take care of your responsibility. Your wish is granted. So someone wanted house, problem is solved. Someone was suffering with the boils because of the fire accident, and that was also solved. And someone wanted nirvana, liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Even that was also granted. And one of the monastic disciple, who had lost her biological mother during his childhood, he doesn't remember the mother. But when he was serving Holy Mother, he afterwards, he explains that I enjoying experiencing the motherly love, because in my childhood itself, I had lost only very vaguely. I remember my mother, but now when I was serving mother, I enjoyed, and my desire got completed. What desire? There was a lacuna in me. I didn't enjoy the mother love. I couldn't experience the motherly love. That lacuna was there. That thinking was there in me. Now, when I was serving Holy Mother took care of that, and that whatever the desire was there in me, that has been taken care by Mother. And also, he said that I felt so close with her than biological mother. All my desires, all my prayers, all my wishes are fulfilled. So I have nothing to ask anything else. I have nothing to ask. You see, Varadam, Abhayam Varadam. She is the bestower of fearlessness. She is the bestower of boons also. Whatever we want, Mother gives. Sri Ramakrishna is like a goldsmith. He tries to examine many times whether you are right, whether you are genuine and all. He examines for some time, no doubt. He also helps us, no doubt. But in Holy Mother's case, she's such a lady. She's a mother. She examines afterwards, but first, if you are in distress, if you are in a problem, if you pray for her sincerely, immediately your wish and prayer is answered. Then afterwards, she discriminates if it is required. That is why she is our mother, supreme mother, universal mother. Let all of us, we shall pray to her, we shall pay our salutations and respects, so that let all our life is taken care with full of peace and prosperity. Let all our desires, wishes, prayers may be answered by her infinite grace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.